In the third part of this chapter, we are dealing with important details like achieving independence and partition of India and the problems which rose immediately after the independence. The commanders of Indian National Army were arrested as prisoners of war and were accused of treason and so put on trial. So all the officers who were playing an important role in the Indian struggle, especially in the Azad Hind Fauj, they all were arrested and they were put on trial. Advocates like Bhulabhai Desai and Jawaharlal Nehru pleaded for their case. And so the whole country took very keen interest in this case. When the British government inflicted and gave them punishment, there were protests against them in the entire country. And so, with no other option, the British government had to bow down towards the populist or the Indian people's opinion and they had to withdraw the punishment. These events and with the naval mutiny of Mumbai 1946, the British realized that their rule in India will no longer be tenable. Students, in your 8th standard, you might have studied that the soldiers who were Indians and in the British army, the naval soldiers in Mumbai also revolted. And so now the British could not rely that if the soldiers only are not participating, how can they rule for a longer period? On 20th February 1947, Clement Attlee, who became the Prime Minister of Britain after the Second World War, announced that the British government shall give all the powers to the Government of India as per the Cabinet Mission formula and shall quit India by June 1948. And so finally, it was decided that the Britishers will leave India. In these changed situations and circumstances, Lord Mountbatten was appointed as Viceroy in place of Lord Wavell. When he took the charge of his post, already the communal riots in West Bengal had started. The condition of India had become pathetic or serious. In July 1946, the Congress secured 201 seats out of 210 and Muslim League 73 seats out of 78 from the provinces of India for the Constituent Assembly. The League pressurized the government for Pakistan on 16th August 1946, and that's why there were terrible communal riots and a situation of tumult, disorder spread all over India. Looking at the situation in India, Vallabhbhai Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, and other Congress leaders felt that now there was no other alternative except to accept the demand of the Muslim League for Pakistan because Muslim League and Muhammad Ali Jinnah insisted for separate Pakistan. So only the Muslim League boycotted the first cabinet meeting on 9th December 1946. The Muslim League executive, which took place on 31st January 1947, decided to boycott the cabinet meeting also and gave a rapid and extensive program for the demand of Pakistan. Mountbatten convinced Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, and also Vallabhbhai Patel, who understood the matter, that to have a well organized central government so that the administrative units with the center will be more peaceful and progressive instead of weak central government consisting of many autonomous and opposite constituents. National leaders also found this argument acceptable and Vallabhbhai Patel and Nehru discussed this matter with Gandhiji, who also helplessly accepted the arrangement, and so the country was divided into two parts, India and Pakistan, with heavy hearts. What was the Mountbatten plan? and how was the partition taking place. On 24th March, Viceroy Mountbatten presented this scheme. And what was the scheme? Please underline. There was no other alternative than to divide India. National and prolific leaders like Vallabhbhai Patel understood the matter. After many discussions and pondering, thinking, finally, on 3rd June 1947, Viceroy Mountbatten decided his plan to partition India. And this plan only is known as Mountbatten Plan. The Congress leaders in Muslim League accepted this plan. When Mountbatten started to implement this plan, the people of East Bengal and Sylhet area of Assam decided to join East Pakistan. West Bengal and East Bengal were affiliated with India as per the decision of their assembly. West Punjab joined with Pakistan. It was decided to affiliate Northwest Province, Sindh and Baluchistan with Pakistan. This was how division was taking place. Indian Independence Act, which was passed in the month of July of 1947. The British Parliament passed the Indian Independence Act according to Mountbatten Plan. According to this, underline, India's first Governor General was Lord Mountbatten and Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the Governor General of Pakistan. By this act, India's dependence on British rule now came to an end, and therefore Gandhiji considers this act as the one and only best and beneficial act given by the Britishers to India. The last Viceroy of the British government organized a function in New Delhi at the midnight of August 14th, and Union Jack of England was brought down from the pole and the Indian national flag tricolour was hoisted. The documents attributing independence to India were handed by Mountbatten to C. Rajagopalachari, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, the first Governor General of independent India. Students, you might have come across yesterday only that in Kaun Banega Karodpati, a question was asked to one lady that which of these posts was not enjoyed by Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. So please try to underline this and keep in mind. These all things can be asked as general knowledge questions. C. Rajagopalachari or Chakravarti Rajagopalachari was the first and last Governor General of India. Entire atmosphere was full of excitement. Entire process of transfer of power was completed, and 15th August 1947 was an excellent morning or dawn for India. All over India, people celebrated the first Independence Festival very pleasantly and cheerfully throughout the country. The people hung torans, that is a good sign or omen, on their doors, and sweets were distributed in schools. Many people who had taken vow now felt relieved on its fulfillment, but our Bapu, national leader Mahatma Gandhi, was shocked due to the partition of India, and therefore he was deeply plunged into grief and drifted into meditation. The last point of this chapter, that India becomes independent, but what problems did crop up immediately after the independence? India and Pakistan, two separate independent nations, came into existence as a result of the Mountbatten Plan and also by the Indian Independence Act 1947. The resolution to the following problems which had come out were, please underline the six problems: reorganization of the military forces; second, the disputes over assets and properties; third, debts and credits; fourth, problem and settlement of the refugees; fifth, public services and the arrangement of the civil servants and administration staff; and last, sixth, demarcation of international boundaries on eastern and western side of India to be fixed. For this, a five-member committee consisting of two representatives from India and Pakistan was formed under chairmanship of Lord Mountbatten. The committee appointed different commissions consisting of experts of relevant subjects to solve these problems peacefully. Now, if there was any difference of opinion between both the nations, they had to admit the final decision, which was given by an arbitrator or mediator, which was consisting of one representative of India and one of Pakistan, under chairmanship of the former Chief Justice of India was formed. Military Commandant General of India completed the partition of army, military weapons, etc. The British Army left India pre-jungle line by 20th February 1948. All officers and employees of administration, military, judiciary were given opportunity to choose whether they would serve India or whether they would serve Pakistan. And they were also given assurance about their salaries, allowances, security of service, pension, etc. A large number of refugees also came from both the countries. They migrated. Those who found that Pakistan was safe for them, Muslims, they left toward Pakistan. And those Hindus thought that India was safe for them, they came towards India. They left all their housing properties and just came without anything. Our country, India, solved a tremendous problem of the rehabilitation and restoration skillfully as well as patiently. The then Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel merged about 562 small and big princely states of Indians into Indian Union. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's strong determination, iron will and diplomatic negotiations also solved the problems. Students, you might be knowing that the people who came from Sindh area of Pakistan are known as Sindhis. We call them by a pet name or nickname as Nirasi, but actually the full form, the upper branch word is Nirashi, the main word is Nirashrit or refugee. They came all the way from Pakistan and they came settled in India, so we call them Nirasi, but the actual word is Nirashrit. Yet long-term planning to find a solution to problems like effects of communal riots due to partition, the shock of Mahatma Gandhi's death, to make independent India self-reliant with the help of governance, the weak condition of Indian agriculture, to create atmosphere of peace and tranquility in the country, the internal external security of the country also became important and necessary to be solved as early as possible. So we try to end this chapter here. If you have any doubts, you can clear these doubts by asking me a question. And if you have no doubts, please try to fill the workbooks. Good.